It's hard to believe, but 2024 will be my 8th year doing YouTube. There are not a lot of things I've done for 8 years, and so I'm pretty proud of that. The truth is, I used to make a lot of videos for you, the viewers, where I talked about what I was doing, what I was planning, and how things were changing. One of the first videos I made on the channel when things got serious at 200 subscribers, which is 1/1000th of what I have today, was about my plans for the future. I like planning, and so since I hadn't made a video about RMTransit, the channel, where things were headed, since April 2022 when I hit 100,000 subscribers, now felt like a good time. This video might be kind of long, so I've broken it into two main parts: the channel so far and the future. Feel free to skip around as you like, and as always, thanks for watching. The years I've spent doing RMTransit have been amazing, and I've been able to cover a ton of different places around the world. And I've gone from making very simple videos with my phone to making complex films with a cinema camera, lots of animations, and tens of hours of scripting and editing. Of course, the quality of my videos is not Vox-like or even Paige Saunders-like, but it has become so much better since when I started doing YouTube.
Hi, what's up guys? Coming at you with another video today.
I've also been lucky enough to see inside train factories, train tunnels, train guideways, and inside trains that aren't even in service yet. And that's really been a force for cementing my love for what I do. Being able to do something I love is super cool. This is my full-time job, and it has been for years. The biggest reason I started my channel was because I loved videos from people like Jeff Marshall, but I wanted more, and I wanted international. When I started off on YouTube, there was barely even footage of a lot of systems around the world available on the site, and now there are full explainer videos about all kinds of cities, including ones I haven't talked about. The whole transit and urbanism thing has kind of blown up. It's almost mainstream at this point. Over the years I've been doing YouTube, I've made around 600 videos, but the actual number is around 200 higher. A few years ago, I got really upset when I realized I improperly formatted the image credits on a bunch of the photos in my videos, so I took them all down. And I've basically remade every one of those videos at this point, starting from a blank script, but saving the comments from the original videos so I could improve on mistakes I had made and make other adjustments to make the videos better. Doing the Tokyo Railways Explained video a second time was a true nightmare. I started just filming trains, not because I didn't have thoughts, but because I was too nervous to be on camera or to even do voiceover in videos. Over time, as I got more comfortable, I started doing voiceovers, I got in front of the camera, and I even started giving opinions and doing opinion videos, talking about cities around the world. These opinions are based on a number of things: conversations I have with friends of mine who are planners or civil engineers in a variety of different countries, as well as experiences I've had working in the transit industry. But a lot of the problems I talk about in videos are things that get inspired by seeing the same thing crop up in cities across the world. That certainly led to some spicy online debates and tough comments sometimes, but people reaching out to me and telling me that seeing my videos over time made them change their career path or change their university major, or even just have an easier time explaining public transportation and cities to their friends, family, or colleagues makes all of that worth it. One of the most unusual things about my YouTube channel is that I've made several videos a week for most of its existence, and to be clear, this isn't some sort of cheat code for YouTube. The truth is, it's really just a coping mechanism for the extreme levels of income irregularity that come with making videos about trains and buses on the internet. To make this more clear, within the same year in the past, even with the make more videos strategy, I've had months where I make half as much as others. It's really hard to explain that level of precarity if you haven't done YouTube as a job. By making more videos every month, I could make sure that I was going to make enough so that I could pay my increasingly insane rent, which, if you're wondering, has more than doubled since 2020, as well as traveling to different cities, including in other continents, and of course getting better cameras over time so I can keep up in the YouTube arms race. And to be fair, it wasn't just that. With hundreds of comments saying do a video on this or that or this, I sort of felt obliged to actually do that, because if I wasn't going to make an explainer video of Bangkok or various other cities, I'm not sure that it was going to get made, at least in the past. And to be honest, over the years, I'd like to think I've become one of the most international YouTubers, with videos on over 35 different countries and 100 different cities. At the same time, ideas for videos have just never really been a problem for me. I get ideas when I'm riding the bus, walking down the street, reading people's comments, getting into online debates, and even watching other people's YouTube videos. Right now, my main video idea list has over 180 unfinished video ideas in it. To be clear, I'm proud of almost every video I've made since I started doing YouTube, which is a pretty good ratio, and I spend a lot of time making every single one, and these days reviewing every single one multiple times. In the last few years, the amount of time it's taken to make each video has gone up an incredible amount. And the reality is that's meant working weekends and beyond regular working hours for years. I mean, this video right now that you're watching was written today on December 12th. And right now I'm supposed to be chilling out, but I'm writing this script and I have a bunch of other scripts I have to work on for the rest of the night. It's just a lot of work. And as production quality and the scale of videos has continued to increase, that's meant staying up until 2 or 3 a.m., sometimes multiple times a month, to complete a video before it goes live. And then waking up early in the morning to post the video, monitor it, and get started on the next one. In case you're wondering, I wouldn't say the comments have affected me too much most of my days making online videos, but there have been days which have been ruined by comments or emails or messages I get, and those are no fun. Now, of course, I could just not read the comments, but the truth is that over the last 5 years, the vast majority of them have been really good. And I've met so many amazing people, friends even, from comments, emails, and Twitter DMs over the years, including from people working on transit projects in Norway, Japan, Switzerland, France, Australia, Mexico, and of course Canada. That just means that interacting with the audience and reading the comments are a pretty fundamental part of the experience, at least for me. I've also met a lot of other YouTubers who make videos on urbanism and other topics, and a lot of them have become great friends. And the fact that now there are so many channels making videos about urbanism and transit is really exciting. The truth is, there are so many great channels and I watch a lot of them, and I would try to list them, but then I would feel like a jerk if I missed any. After burning out and then continuing on more times than I can count, and just endlessly assaulting my mental health, I've decided that going forward, things need to change. RMTransit is definitely my biggest achievement, but it can be even better, including for me. My goal in 2024 is a single video a week, which is both a lot more videos than some people on YouTube make, and a complete sea change in the way I personally do YouTube, which is kind of scary. I made well over 100 videos in 2023, and making a lot less than that in 2024 is going to be a big change for me. But for me, a video a week, that is 52 videos next year, seems like a sensible goal. Sure, if Montreal opens a new metro or Tokyo a new tram, I might make an extra video here or there. But I think the RMTransit of the past is riding on a train off into the sunset, and a new era has begun. That's why this video should hopefully have a few cleaner cuts, sound a bit better, and look a bit better than stuff I've made in the past. And of course, all of this could come crumbling down if it turns out that my rent goes up even more, or if YouTube changes the algorithm, but I'm trying. Making less videos will, in theory, allow me to make better videos, but I don't want to hear about how I make too much stuff right now in the comments. The armchair YouTuber thing is very tiring. The amount of time you spend on something is really only a small component in what makes that thing great, and over the years I've been able to incrementally improve the quality of my videos while mostly staying sane, and I would expect more incremental improvement in the future. I don't expect to be making Planet Earth but for transit, but if the BBC, or I guess the CBC, is interested in that, give me a call. Sorry to burst your bubble. With the time I free up from not making so many videos, which will be some time, I hope to do a number of things. For one, I want to get back into technology a bit, because it's something I'm passionate about. If you're making the next Google Maps, or just Google Maps, then send me an email. I also want to get back into climbing and mountain biking, and I don't know, just sleeping more than 5 hours a night and not leaving events early because I have to go back to work. Since I'll necessarily have to cover less in videos, I'll do more viewer and commenter suggested topics in my blog, which will be linked down below. The blog is nice. It lets me make things without having to worry about the perfect thumbnail and title. If I make an error in a number, I can go back and edit it. I don't have to stay within a particular length limit, and I don't have to do a special dance so that the YouTube algorithm will show my video to various people. Now, if you like what I'm saying, please consider supporting me and this channel which talks about public transit around the world. And to be clear, that's not necessarily financial, though stick around because I'm going to be doing some things differently on that side as well. Giving my videos a like or a comment or sharing them on social media, or even better with colleagues, friends, and family helps me immensely, as does just watching my videos and talking to other people about them. Now, with regards to where I am on social media, at the moment I'm on Instagram, where I post pictures and stories from my travels and trips I go on, as well as Mastodon, Twitter, Threads, and Blue Sky, in order of preference. If you're anywhere else, consider sharing my stuff since I won't be doing it myself. And again, if you're not already, please subscribe to my blog. It's free and means you get new articles a couple times a week straight to your email inbox. And if this idea of less RM transit but better RM transit really resonates with you and you want to help make it happen, here's how I'm going to be structuring Patreon in the future. Now with Patreon, I want to try to adapt things over time and take inspiration from Paige Saunders. He puts up old live streams, does periodic meetups, and even has some old deleted videos up there. He also posts about the videos he's making as he's making them, which is something I do already do, but he also releases videos a few weeks early, gets feedback from his audience, and then rolls in those changes to make a better video. He's even created an entire documentary just for patrons, which is really cool. Even on the posts on there, there's a lot of back and forth and comments, and it's very lively, and it's the kind of thing I want to try to foster on my Patreon. And I know it sounds incredibly cliche, but it does feel like a little community on there. And that's my goal for my Patreon in 2024. So I'm going to try to be posting on there more often, and I'm also going to try to get videos up there a week early so people can watch them, give me some feedback, and I can roll that into the final edition of videos, which will come out at the regular time a week later. This video has actually been up for a week on Patreon already, and my next video is already up there for the tram tier and above, just waiting for you to give feedback. I also post some of my blog posts exclusively on Patreon for the automated light metro tier and above. I'm aware that all of this is a lot, and if you have thoughts about this video, any of my videos, my channel in general, please leave them down in the comments. Thanks for everything over the years and for helping me do what I love, and have a great 2024.